everybody, it's Bethany, also known as Peanut, and I just got back from yoga, so this is what you get after yoga. About to go freshen up, take a shower, and wash this mess. But for some reason in yoga, I always am thinking throughout the yoga practice, and it's such a great time of reflection, which is weird because my mind almost goes somewhere else versus what I'm thinking throughout the regular day. When I do yoga, it's such a connection with my body because of the kind of inflammation and chronic pain that I've gone through for many years that yoga just became a super important part of therapy for me. And it's kind of a weird thing. I just knew I needed it. It's been like a whole month since I had been in for any kind of vinyasa. And it wasn't a heated class. It was really easy flow, and loved the teacher at the St. Louis Park Lifetime. If you haven't checked that gym out, you should. Anyways, it really hit me kind of near the end of the practice that I've always been kind of on a mission to share my story. And it was really encouraging just a couple weeks back at the Strong boot camp here in Minneapolis. Jessie Hilgenberg, she inspired us and encouraged us to share our stories, and that's just something I've always wanted to do, especially now that I've joined the fitness world. And I thought to myself today, I'm just going to share little tidbits of my story and post, I guess, just to maybe, my whole goal is to hopefully reach someone that is maybe going through the same thing, and hopefully give them some hope that they will get through it and come out on the other side of it. I've been through a lot, and this will be my first little chapter that I'm going to give you. So here we go. I was 16 years old, about maybe a sophomore or junior in high school, and I was the oldest of 4 kids. My parents were very conservative Christians, and also I was as well, raised in a very strong Christian home. And when I say strong, I mean by the books. So what people saw on the outside was a very dedicated church-going family, and then faith became a very significant part of my life, a relationship with God. And but what was happening on the inside in our house was something completely different, and everything kind of started, I'd say, in my teen years. When I was about 13, my youngest sister was born. So now I'm 16, and my sister Erin, the youngest, was about 2. And she, being a toddler, had her things that she did, and she liked to only be running around in her diaper. I don't know why, but she did. And so give you that thought. And then I also had a sister who's 2 years younger, another teenager. And then my brother was probably 10 at the time. And weekly routine, my mom always cooked dinner. Nothing super healthy, but nothing horrible. And my dad would come home from work, 9 to 5, so 5 o'clock, we'd all kind of scurry around, because he was kind of a tense presence in the home. That's a good way to put it. It was usually his way or no way, and he tended to fight back with instilling fear if we fought back, which naturally, kids fight back. So my sister Erin, who's 2, is a toddler, they fight back constantly, which I know is a struggle with parents. My Sister Erin was curled up next to this little heat vent in our family room where we were about to sit down and all have dinner together. And my dad asked my sister Erin, the 2-year-old, if she would, well, I guess he didn't ask her. He told her, get up and come eat your dinner. And I don't know if she ignored him or if she just said no, but picture this little, cute, tiny girl, baby, curled up by this vent, because she's just in her diaper. And she said no, and he maybe said it one more time, and she said no again. And he doesn't do well with hearing no, so my dad, my father, it somehow triggered, obviously, this rage that he now had. I never saw this at that age, but now was seeing it all the time, and he pretty much lunged at my baby sister and whipped her up and threw her over his shoulder because he was so mad that she said no and wouldn't get up and have dinner with the rest of us. And of course, she sees him lunge at her, just like all of us do, but she's terrified of him. I mean, I was terrified of him, and I was 16. And she just screamed out of fear the entire way up to her bedroom, where he took her for a timeout because she wouldn't listen to him. For some reason, this is a memory, like many others, that stays with me every day. And I was actually moved to feeling ill by seeing all of this, which was why I probably remember it. I hadn't even eaten anything, but was about to, and somehow I immediately was extremely nauseous, and I flew up to go to the bathroom, and I started dry heaving from just the sight and the sounds of this little innocent 2-year-old screaming, and then of course my mom flies up, reacting to seeing me get up so upset, while my other siblings probably were dazed and confused by the whole scene. So that was family dinner, and this is my first video blog entry of having a toxic environment through my childhood, which has instilled and brought me to the person I am today. I'm very thankful for that. I've had to do a lot of work, and I know so many others have very similar stories. So I will be continuing sharing these stories, not only because it helps me every time I talk about my past, it's part of my healing. So, but if I can at all inspire someone else to do the same, to reach out and find a counselor or a friend to talk to, then my story has some purpose. So, thank you for sitting and listening to my very first entry, and I hope you look forward to more. Signing off.